Okay, magandang gabi ulit sa ating lahat. Okay, yung ating topic tonight is about innate healing. Okay, so ano ba sa pagkaintindi natin ang innate healing? So pag sinabing innate healing, yan po ay other term is self-healing, no? So ito yung pagka-design ng ating Diyos sa ating physical body, na meron tayong tinatawag na innate healing. Our body is capable to heal itself. Kahit wala po tayong gagawin, and palagi ko pong pinapaalala ito na hanggat kaya tayong i-survive or i-revive ng ating physical body, gagawin at gagawin nila. Kaya nga tinawag na system. Okay, our body is composed of different systems at marami pong systems no na kailangan pag sinabing system, ano yun, accurate at alam nila yung functions nila, and then they are communicating each other. Alam nila kung kailan sila magre-rescue, alam nila kung kailan sila mag-rest or kailan sila magtatrabaho. So ganun tayo kinreate ng ating Panginoon. So itong body na to ay hindi siya ginawa para magkasakit. Tama? Ginawa ito para alam niya kung papaano tayo mag-heal yung ating physical body. Now, pag sinabing innate healing, ayun mag. So ito yung ating topic tonight, no? We should know about the innate healing, know the properties of innate healing immunity, know the link between the innate and adaptive immunity. Okay? The innate and the adaptive immunity. Know what is adaptive immunity, and then know the role of antigen receptors in the immune response, know the effector cells and mechanisms involved, okay, and understand the ways of inducing immunity. So ito yung ating aaralin tonight. Again, hindi ko alam na may ganto-ganto pala yung slide ko. Sorry ha. May mga ganto-ganto. So nagugulat pa ako sa akin slide. Okay. So pag sinabing healing means, according to the Dictionary of Cambridge or Oxford, meaning of healing is helping to make someone well again, especially after injury. Also, psychologically, healing refers to the process by which neuroses or psychoses are resolved to the degree that leads to normal existence of a being. According to various studies, ang tawag nila sa healing ay meron silang iba't ibang tawag pagdating sa healing. Okay? Nalagyan ko pala to ng mga ganito. So, according to the different authors, may mga tawag sila sa healing. Okay, according to Castle, okay, making whole again. Okay. Yung iba naman, becoming whole again, finding wholeness, well-being and function, a state of mind. So, pag sinabing healing, ang ibang meaning ay a state of mind, a harmony between the mind, the body, and the spirit, a spiritual experience. So, ito yung gusto kong i-share sa inyo na hindi lahat ng nakikita natin sa ating Google ay iyon na ang ating paniniwalaan. Kailangan meron pong aral, may iba't ibang theory, okay? Merong iba't ibang theory at may mga theories na approve, may theories na hindi approve. So doon tayo mag-rely sa approved and proven, no? Merong scientific basis. Mahirap kasi, especially now, ginagamit na si Dr. Google. So may nakita doon, pwede pala to. Okay, type tayo, ito. So, hindi tayo pwedeng mag-rely. Okay? Kasi doon tayo sa pinaka merong scientific base, no? Kasi like for us, may mga libro kami, ang dami-dami naming libro. So, meron lang po kaming certain author na sinusunod. Okay? Hindi po lahat ng books ay iyon ang sinusunod. May iba't ibang theory. So, we need to follow yung mayroong scientific basis. Hindi yung nabasa natin, pwede daw to. Nabasa ko yan sa Google eh. Hindi po pwede. Why? Hindi po lahat ng nababasa natin is applicable sa ating katawan. Like for example, ito. Sa healing pa lang, ito yung different meaning ng healing. And every meaning has different approach, no? May iba-iba pong approach. Okay. Pag sinabing healing, meron pong tinatawag na theory. Okay, may mga theories of healing. Nakalimutan ko, ba't ko pa nilagyan ng mga ganto-ganto yung aking slide? Akala ko na-delete ko na to kanina. Okay. Sorry ha. Nahirapan tuloy ako sa slide ko. Ayaw na mag-display. Okay. Okay, sa next na tayo. Okay. So, yung theory of self-healing, okay, yung innate healing is self-healing. Ito yung tinatawag na the body has an elaborate healing mechanism that strives to maintain and restore optimal health. Ito yung body natin. This power is an intrinsic part of our being and makes the body capable of self-healing. Okay. So, pag sinabing innate, ibig sabihin capable of self-healing. Adequate rest, which includes physical, psychological, mental, emotional, and sensory rest. So, with regards to healing, okay, merong capacity our physical body to heal itself. But, kailangan ng adequate rest. Okay, hindi tayo makaka-achieve ng total healing kung wala tayong adequate rest ng physical, psychological. Okay, nag-rest nga tayo physically, but how about psychologically? Rested ba yung ating psychological, yung ating mental, yung ating emotional, and also the sensory rest? So tandaan natin ha, hindi po natin ma-achieve yung total healing without this. So these are a prerequisite with regards to healing. Ma-achieve ng ating physical body, but we need to follow. This is a protocol. No, curative forces carry out the restorative and regenerative processes. Learning helps to reconnect with any healer, and the treatment process is the way to create a conducive environment ideal for self-healing. So, even environment, tinuro ko ito sa wellness, no? Sa wellness training namin dito sa office, meron po tayong tinatawag na 8 dimensions of health, no? So, ito yung ang 8 dimensions of health ay ang mental, physical, psychological, emotional, spiritual, environmental. Hindi ho tayo makaka-achieve ng total healing kung hindi natin to iingatan yung dimensions of health. So, hindi pwedeng, ito physical body lang ang tinitreat natin. Okay, physical body. Tapos, gusto natin gumaling yung ating physical body, pero yung ating environment magulo. Yung ating mental ay hindi okay, yung ating physiological ay hindi okay, emotional ay hindi okay. So kahit ano pa sigurong take natin ng red pine, o yung kahit ano pang take ng mga galing na alam natin ng mga gamot or any supplements na tinitake natin, that is useless. Why? Pagdating sa healing, kasama po ang 8 dimensions of health. Kailangan ng adequate rest, no? So hindi ho ganun kadali mag-achieve ng healing. But we have to thank God because we have what we call the innate healing, no? Kahit hindi maayos yung ating 8 dimensions of health, but our innate healing, our superpower, no? Superpower built in para to achieve self-healing ay never po silang napagod. Okay, we are being equipped with different parts ng ating body para tayo ay hindi man basta, hindi man perfect yung ating dimensions of health, especially the physical, physiological, mental, emotional, sensory, yung ating environmental, hindi po natin guaranteed, hindi natin guarantee na yun ay okay lahat, no? Napakahirap mag-achieve ng healing. So, kaya yung ating pag-aralan ngayon para kahit papaano, hindi tayo basta-bastang natatakot. Kahit hindi perfect ang dimensions of health, we need to remember we have a built-in power of self-healing. And this is what we call our innate healing. So now, philosophical concept of innate healing. Di ba kanina may philosophical, okay, concept of innate healing reference to modern concept. Okay. Vital force. Ito yung philosophical concept of innate healing. Pag sinabing vital force, we have to consider the vital force. This is the efficiency of digestive system and lungs to create energy, blood, and tissue. Vital essence, balance and harmony of endocrine and neuroendocrine system. Pag sinabing endocrine, lahat ng hormones. Okay, yung vital essence. Vital spirit, strength and connections of spirituality, energy within and throughout. So, kasama ito sa 8 dimensions of health. Vital economy, energy expenditure equals energy conserved by the body. So, this is the philosophical concept of innate healing. Okay? So, ito yung tinatawag na the model of healing. Okay? Pag sinabing model of healing, of course, we have to think about the optimal health. Okay? Pinaka-optimum health ang ina-achieve, ang gusto nating ma-achieve sa buhay natin para hindi discomfort, okay, magagawa natin yung mga dapat nating gawin sa buhay, lalong-lalo na yung purpose natin sa buhay, kailangan natin ma-achieve yung optimum health. So this is the model of healing. Okay. Of course, hindi pa man natin, bago natin ma-achieve yung optimum health na tinatawag, we need to have a normal health. Okay, yung normal health, andyan kasali ang 8 dimensions of health. Yun yung sinasabi ko kanina na physiological, psychological, mental, environmental, emotional, okay? So those are the belong to the normal health. And then, kapag yung 8 dimensions of health ay hindi okay, so papasok dyan yung tinatawag na yung totoo nating mga kalaban, okay? Yung totoo nating mga kalaban, which is cannot be seen by our naked eye, those are microorganisms, different microorganisms, and then it cause irritation. Okay? It cause irritation. Yun sa physical body natin. And then after the irritations, because of the penetration, there is what we call the development of inflammation. So this is the model of healing. So the inflammation, and then after ng inflammation, pag hindi natin yan bibigyan ng halaga, yung inflammation na yan, it can lead to chronic inflammation. And then after the chronic inflammation, balik tayo sa degeneration. Okay? So, sa degeneration, papasok doon ang tumors, ulcerations, scar, and then atrophy. So, these are the model of healing. So, ang hirap, hindi tayo pwedeng lalaktaw-laktaw, no? Kailangan sundan natin yan lahat dahil yan yung model of healing. Okay, may mga disturbance, okay. And then, pag sinabing, punta na tayo sa innate immunity. Pag sinabing innate immunity, pag sinabing innate self-healing, refers to various physical, chemical, and cellular attributes that collectively represents the first line of defense against infectious disease. So, pag sinabing innate immunity, okay, yan yung first line of defense natin against infectious diseases. Tandaan na, innate immunity is the first line of defense. Okay. So, first line of defense, component of innate immunity, meron tayong tinatawag na anatomic barriers, physiologic barriers, inflammatory mechanism, phagocytosic. Ito lahat ay kasama ni innate immunity. Ano nga yung innate immunity? It is our first line of defense. Kaya may kakayanan gumaling ang ating katawan, may kakayanan mag-restore yung ating katawan kahit wala tayong gagawin because of this innate immunity. Alright, what are the properties of innate immunity? Ang innate immunity found in multicellular organism. Okay, so we belong to multicellular organisms. Okay, adaptive immunity is only in vertebrates. Pag sinabing adaptive, merong innate, merong adaptive. ang innate belongs to multicellular organism. So tayo, kasama tayo doon. Okay? Uses ancient gene-encoded receptors and effectors, provides protection against a wide variety of pathogens. Okay? Yung innate immunity, ang ginagawa nito, nag-provide siya ng protection against a wide variety of pathogens. Pag sinabing pathogens, those includes microorganisms like bacteria, parasites, fungus, yeast, helminths. So those are the different pathogens no, na kinakaharap natin in real world natin. Ito yung totoong kalaban natin. Okay. The innate immunity distinguishes self from non-self well. See? Alam niya na yung distinguishes the self from non-self well. Alam niya na hindi na okay yung katawan mo. Okay. And then defects and innate immunity are very rare and almost always lethal. So these are the properties of innate immunity. So pag properties makes the first line of defense and predates the adaptive immune response. Okay. Sila yung first line of defense, okay? And then predates the adaptive immune response. Sila yung tawag niyan, parang sensor. Okay. Sila yung sensor, sila yung first line of defense. And then kinakalabit nila yung adaptive immune response. So ito yung meron tayo, no? Works independent of prior exposure. This innate immunity, ito yung shield natin, ito yung protection natin, they works independently. Okay? They can work independently. Independent sila, hindi nila kailangang tuutusan. Okay? Hindi natin sila kailangang utusan. Hoy, teka lang, gumalaw ka na kasi meron nang nakapasok. Okay? Isipin natin, microorganism, hindi natin nakikita sa mata. And these are, mga microscopic. And this defense, this innate immunity, ay kaya nila. Okay? Thus, lacks memory, response, and its benefits. Okay, ganito sila. Okay, number one physiologic barrier. Part of the innate immunity is our skin. Okay, innate. Sila yung pinaka-defense natin. Okay. The skin, the physiologic barrier ito. The skin, the major line of defense is the skin. Major siya. Kaya yung skin natin, wag nating lasunin ng kung ano-anong balatan para pumuti, kukuskusin ng tudong kuskus, lalagyan ng mga sobrang babango na matindi ang mga chemicals, nilalaso natin yung skin, no? So, this is the major line of defense ng ating katawan. Okay? It is impermeable to most infectious agents. Pag sinabing impermeable, pwede niyang pasukin. Kayang pumasok yung mga infectious agents. Because we have what we call the skin pores, no? Kayang pumasok ng mga infectious agents. Okay, when there is loss of skin, like for example, burns, infection becomes imminent. Okay? Anong trabaho ng skin? Prevents microorganism from gaining access into the body. Okay, how many layers of skin do we have? Okay, sa skin pa lang. Okay, alam nyo ba na meron tayong 4 layers of skin? The dermis, the epidermis, endodermis, and then yung fats na. After that is the fats. Okay, tinatawag na adipose. Isipin natin, yung mga microorganisms kung saan-saan tayo na-expose. Okay, yung ating skin, pinoprotect tayo para hindi lang basta-bastang nakakapasok yung mga microorganisms. Ulitin ko, ang mga microorganisms yun yung totoo nating kalaban. At pwede nila tayong patayin. Okay? Maniniwala ba kayo na sila yung pinakamatinding kalaban natin? Okay. For example, the COVID virus. Totoo bang nakakamatay? The COVID viruses, the viruses. Ang virus ay kailanman walang gamot. Okay? Virus ay hindi po sila bastang namamatay sa mga antibiotics, antibacterial, because they are virus. Pag sinabing virus, hindi po sila pwedeng gamutin ng kahit anong antibiotics. Only the symptoms pwede nating i-treat, i-manage. But the virus alone cannot. Kaya napansin nyo ang COVID virus, coronavirus, halos buong mundo. Kaya pinapaalala ko sa inyo lahat palagi, ang totoo nating kalaban ay hindi yung kapwa natin, kundi yung mga hindi natin nakikita. Okay? Hindi natin sila nakikita. But they can able to kill us. Okay? Kaya ito yung rason kung bakit nilagyan ng Diyos ng protection. The innate healing, innate immunity, na independent silang magtrabaho. Okay? The skin controls the fatty acids. The skin, low pH, lactic acid. Alam nyo ba yung lactic acid? Yan yung nag-stimulate ng pain. Okay. Kaya nga tingnan mo, pag kinurot mo yung skin, di ba ang sakit? It has lactic acid. Pag na-pinch mo to, automatic may nararamdaman ka. Okay, may sensory. May sensory to the brain na, oops, may kurot. And then, biglang magpapadala si brain ng lactic acid. Lactic acid initiates or stimulate pain. So that is the role of the lactic acid. So antagonism, but ang kagandahan, low pH yung ating skin. Why? Kapag mataas ang lactic acid, baka masagi ka lang, aray! Okay? So hindi po nilagyan ng mataas na pH. Tama? So antagonism by normal flora. Antagonism by normal flora. Alam niyo ba to? Antagonism by normal flora. Meron tayo sa skin natin from head to toe. Meron tayong tinatawag na Staphylococcus aureus. That is the normal flora. We have the normal flora or the good bacteria that protects our skin. Ang tawag dyan ay Staphylococcus aureus. Hindi po sila bad bacteria. Okay? Pero yung mga good bacteria na yan, pwede rin sila magiging bad bacteria pagdating ng time. Okay? So, salt in sweat. Okay. Yung salt in sweat. Di ba pag pinapapawisan tayo, okay, lalabas yung ating sweating. Okay? Nire-regulate niya pati yung salt. Yung ating sodium na bit-bit ng ating sweat sa ating katawan. So this is the first line of defense, our skin, part of the innate immunity. So paalala, pagdating sa innate immunity, hindi mo kailangang kuskusin ng kuskusin yung skin. Why? Naandyan ang ating protection, the normal flora. Okay? The normal flora, the Staphylococcus aureus. Yan po ay defense para pag na-expose tayo sa mga lugar na marami palang doon, maraming different microorganisms. Hindi sila basta-bastang umaatake, hindi sila basta-bastang makakapasok. They cannot gain access into our body dahil nandun ang Staphylococcus aureus. Okay? Mahirap po banggitin. Mahirap pangalan, pero sila ay napakaliliit, nasa ating skin, okay? Sila po ay nagsusumikap na pinoprotekta yung ating katawan. First line of defense yung ating skin. Kaya wag nyo lagyan niyo ng mga nakakalaso na mga lotion. Okay. Nilalagyan natin ng mga lotion yan ng kabango-bango. Hindi mo binasa. Ano bang component yan? Baka namamatay ang mga Staphylococcus aureus. That's why, ma-expose ka sa mga lugar na hindi ka familiar. Pag uwi mo, ang dami mo ng pantal-pantal, ang dami mo ng kati-kati. Why? Your Staphylococcus aureus, the normal flora, has been weakened. Okay? Nanghihina sila, hindi na nila kayang mag-protect sa'yo dahil inabuso din natin sila. Okay. So another physiologic barriers, part of the innate healing. Okay. Mucous membrane, yung ating respiratory tract. Okay, saan yung respiratory? From the nose. Okay. From the nose, sa ilong natin, mapapansin natin parang basa pag hinawakan mo sa ilalim. That is what we call the mucus. Okay? And then meron pang mga hairs. Okay, yung mga hairs na yan, Huwag mong bunutin. It is part of the innate immunity. Huwag mong bunutin. Nilagay yan dyan. Why? Para hindi matatrap yung mga microorganism na nalalanghap natin. Nilagay ng Diyos yan para pag may mga dust, may mga allergens, okay? Natatrap niya, hindi makakapasok sa ating lungs. Dahil kapag nakapasok yan sa ating lungs, hindi po kayang dukutin. Okay? Kung meron lang sana, okay, teka, nakapasok yung virus, especially virus. That's why we have different, I think, 100 plus rhinoviruses. Different rhinoviruses. Anywhere, everywhere. Ang tawag sa kanila ay rhinoviruses. Everywhere nagkalat. So, ngayon kapag, di ba yung noong unang panahon, okay, noong unang panahon, sasabihin ng mga lula natin, pati yung mama ko sa lula, lagi sinasabi, oy, umaambon. Okay, umaambon. Sasabihin lang, huwag ka magpaambon kasi sisipunin ka o kaya uubuhin ka. So, nung time na yun, di natin maintindihan. Nagagalit tayo, sinasaway tayo, gusto-gusto natin sa ulan. Lalo na pag umaambon na, start na ng ambon, ayaw natin sinasaway tayo. Tingnan mo kung ano yung wisdom na binigay ng Diyos sa kanila. That time, masabi, ano bang dahilan? Bakit hindi nila tayo inalaw pag umulan, pag umambon? Lalo na pag umaambon na, hindi na tayo pinapayagan lumabas. Hindi nila ma-explain. But, nung nandito na ako sa medical, doon ko nakita, due to a lot of rhinoviruses everywhere, our body ay hindi pa immune sa different types of rhinoviruses. Everywhere ay may iba't ibang klaseng rhinoviruses. 100 types of rhinoviruses everywhere nagkalat. Kaya pala pag umaambon na, hindi tayo pinapalabas dati. Why? Lahat ng rhinoviruses ay nagkalat sila everywhere. Now, pag umulan na, nagkakaroon ng evaporation. Tama? So, yung evaporation na yun, lumabas ka. Okay, di ba pag umulan, nagkakaroon ng evaporation. Naandun ka. Naglalakad-lakad ka, nag-i-enjoy ka kasi umpisa na. Nalanghap mo ngayon yung evaporation. Andun yung mga rhinoviruses. Pumasok sa ilong. Pumasok sa bibig. That's why, kinabukasan may sipon ka na. Alright? So, yung pala yung dahilan kung bakit hindi tayo labas ng ating magulang at ng ating lula. Because there are a lot of rhinoviruses. Kaya ako, napansin ko yun. Kahit sabi na, ay, bakit ganun? Pag nagre-red pine, dapat malakas yung ano natin, yung immune system natin. Bakit lalo ako, pag pumunta ako sa ibang lugar, mga ilang days niyan, no? Pag uwi ko dito, alam nila yan, pag uwi ko dito, sinisipon ako, inuubo ako. Why? I know. Yung rhinoviruses nandun, hindi pa ako immune. That's why natatamaan ako. Okay? Natatamaan ako pag uwi ng bahay, naku, kinabukasan, wala na ang katina dito. Kasi naka-invade sila, nakapasok sila. No? So, expose ka sa maraming tao. Okay, at ibang tao, ang dami-daming bit-bit natin ng mga microorganisms. Because some bacteria, microorganisms, can be transmitted to us through droplet, through airborne. Okay, nagsasalita. Okay, airborne. Okay, pwede nating ma-harbor through airborne. Okay, so, ganun ang sitwasyon. Hindi sila natin nakikita, pero nagkukos yun ng sakit sa atin. So, delikado, tama? So, nilagyan ng Diyos yung ating ilong ng hairs, nilagyan niya para kahit papaano, hindi lahat ng mga dust, hindi lahat ng mga allergens, hindi lahat ng microorganisms makakapasok sa sa ating lungs. Natatrap nila. Okay? And then the mucus, after the hair, may mga mucus basa. Kasi pag basa yan, pag pumasok yung bakterya, dumidikit sila. Hindi sila basa-basa. Kaya nga may kulangot. Okay? Yung kulangot na yan yung proof na nagtatrabaho yung ating hairs dito sa ilong at yung mucus nagtatrabaho. Tinatrap nila yung mga alikabok, tinatrap nila yung mga bakterya, kaya para hindi lang pumasok sa loob. hindi lang masira yung ating lungs. So these are the innate immunity, innate healing. So yung body natin is equipped, no? Hindi po siya yung basta na lang, papasukin natin kasi gusto nilang pumasok eh. Why do you want to get into our body? Because our body ay nandun ang oxygenated blood because microorganisms also, they need to survive. Okay, that's why gustong-gusto nila yung katawan natin. Okay, so merong cilia. Okay, yung cilia, aside from, meron pa yan cilia. After dito, pababa, may mga cilia yan. Parang very fine hair. Okay, pababa. From the nostrils. Okay, may mucus, may cilia. Okay? So then, meron tayong tinatawag na calf reflex. Yung ubo. Yung ubo, palagi ko sinasabi. A calf is a gift from God. Isa yan sa innate healing. Tapos, ang ginagawa natin, instead na iubo, calf reflex is, it is a gift from God. It is a innate, part of the innate healing. Why? Pag may nakapasok na bakterya at nagkaroon ng infection sa loob, ngayon, may plema yan. Nagkakaroon, pag may infection, merong mucus. Now, kapag walang cough, paano mo ilalabas? Hindi naman natin pwedeng, sige, tika, dukutin natin, pasukan natin ng tube, i-extract natin. Hindi ho ganun. So, cough ay isa po yan sa innate response, innate immunity. Pero anong ginagawa natin? Pag may cough, iniinuman ng suspension drugs para hindi umubo. Tama? Ay, may ubo. Painumin mo ng suspension na gamot. So ngayon, anong mangyari? Wala ka nang ang cough. Then how about the mucus? How about the bacteria? Nandun sa ilalim. Then what will happen next? Meron ka ng pneumonia na nagdi-develop. You see, anong klaseng ginagawa natin ngayon? Instead, na ilabas natin, iubo mo. Kasi kailangan mong iubo yan. It is a part of innate healing, innate immunity. Kailangan mo iubo. Dahil yung mucus na kagagawa ng bakterya, kailangan mo ilabas. Huwag mong i-keep dun sa ilalim ng lungs mo. Then one day, you will develop different kinds of lung diseases, especially pneumonia. What if nasa alveoli siya? The mucus forms in the alveoli. Kaya nga pag may ubo, okay, pag may bacteria, may infection sa lungs, hirap na hirap ka huminga. Why? Because the alveoli is full of mucus. Ang alveoli, it is where the exchange of gas from oxygen to carbon dioxide, CO2 and O2, the exchange of gas, nandun, it happens in the alveoli. But what happened? Ininuman mo ng suspension. So, nawala nga yung cough, kumusta ang plema? Nasa loob, inipon mo. And then, do not be surprised, one day, you will develop pneumonia. Okay? GIT, gastrointestinal tract. From gastrointestinal tract, pababa. Hydrolytic enzymes. Our stomach is equipped with hydrolytic enzymes. Okay? Acidity of the stomach, especially the hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid, okay, malaki ang ginagawa ng hydrochloric acid sa ating stomach. Why? Yan po yung nagdadigest ng ating pagkain, no? And then, inaano niya yung acid ng ating stomach. Nineutralize. And then, we also have the proteolytic enzymes and macrophages, the small intestine, GIT, from the stomach up to the colon. Meron yang equipped na mga enzymes and macrophage, especially the small intestine. Like for example, our colon, our GIT, meron po yung normal flora, yung tinatawag na the microbiome. Okay. Microbiome is millions, and that is the protection of our GIT. That microbiome, dapat normal yun because they are the good bacteria. Sila yung first line of defense. Oops, may nakain ka na pagkain. May bacteria. Okay, harmful bacteria. Now, what will happen if your microbiome, your normal flora, or it's pylori, okay? Yun yung mga pangalan ng mga normal bacteria or good bacteria that protects our GIT. Dahil sa sobrang inom ng mga chemical drugs, dahil sa sobrang stress, alam nyo ba ang stress? Namamatay ang ating microbiome because of too much stress. Too much stress and too much intake of chemicals. Like, for example, the maintenance drugs. Okay, it kills the microbiome. Okay, so what will happen kung namatay sila? Okay, pag namatay sila, papaano na? Pag may pumasok na mga bacteria, harmful bacteria, hindi na nila mapoproteksyonan yung ating GIT. Why? Iba na ang mamamahay sa ating GIT. That's why pupunta na, magdi-develop na ng mga inflammation. Meron na yung mag-umpisa gastritis, colitis, enteritis, Crohn's disease, different types of health issues in our GIT. So those are the part of the physiologic barrier ng ating respiratory tract and also the gastrointestinal. Now, part of the physiologic barrier sa ating mucous membrane, urogenital. Okay, urogenital, yung ating reproductive system. Part of the innate healing, washing effect of urine. Alright. Yung ating urogenital, okay, alam niyo ba na yung ating urine ay may iba't ibang bit-bit na mga components? Toxins, okay, harmful chemicals, may mga bacteria. So, our mucous membranes found in our urogenital, sila yung nagwawash. Sila yung naglilinis. Kaya mapapansin natin, mayroong mucus yung ating mga reproductive system and that is normal. Why? They need to wash the effect of the urine. Kung ano yung klase ng urine na bit-bit, ano yung mga toxins ng urine na binibit-bit, hindi pwedeng maiwan doon sa ating reproductive system or else it will develop inflammation. And then mucus also is acidity of the urine. Okay, part po to. Okay, yung acidity na ating urine, si mucus ay meron pong trabaho. Even the acidity of the urine, kinukontrol yan ng mucus. Okay? And then vaginal lactic acid. Okay, yung sinasabing vaginal lactic acid, our reproductive system, especially the ladies, yung ating vagina is full of lactic acid. Our vagina is acidic. Alright. Bakit acidic? Kailangan lagyan ng lactic acid. Why? It is open or portal of entry ng different bacteria. That's why nilagyan niya ng lactic acid. Equipped with lactic acid. Why? Kahit sinong pumasok na mga bakterya, umupo ka sa ganito, kung saan-saan ka na CR, kung saan-saan, gumamit ka ng mga tubig na marurumi, na maraming microorganisms, or kahit ano. Hindi yan basta-bastang makakapasok. Why? Because of the lactic acid defense. That's why, hindi tayo dapat matakot because it is equipped with lactic acid. Acidic yung ating vagina, mga girls. Kaya huwag kayong matakot. Pero ang kinatatakutan natin, what if those lactic acid ay sinira mo? By using mga wipes na punong-puno ng chemical na hindi mo alam, ay wipes. Di mo alam anong klaseng wipes ang chemical dyan. Pinapatay pala ang lactic acid. That's why meron ng UTI, or any different diseases na pumapasok because the lactic acid is not present anymore. Okay? Napansin natin may mucus, di ba? It has different color. The mucus, before the menstruation, after the menstruation, different colors. You know what? Especially the white. The white na parang powder. It is washing. Okay, washing the whole after the menstruation. washing the whole area of our reproductive uterine. Okay, para iwa-wash out niya yung mga kung ano-anong naiiwan during menstruations. Ilalabas na yun. And that is part of the protection. Nisa, ay, meron akong discharges puti na parang huwag ka matakot. It is part of any healing. Nililinis niya from ating ovary, fallopian tube, sa ating uterus pababa, and then nilalabas niya. Why? It is part of defense. Okay? So, huwag ka matakot. Ang matakot ka kapag yung discharges ay sobrang iba ang amoy. Ibig sabihin, yung lactic acid defense mo ay namatay na sila because of too much chemical na nilalagay mo, mga tissue, gamit tissue. Remember, tissue has dioxin. Tissue is made of waste product. Ano pa tawag ito? Mga panty liners are made of waste product. Napkins is made of waste products. That's why the lactic acid ay patay. That's why mabilis tayong nagkakaroon ng mga infection, especially sa mga babae. So, we need to protect our lactic acid. Use normal water para yung lactic acid na protection, dahil portal of entry tayo. It is a portal of entry na nakakapasok. Kaya nilagay ng Diyos yan, mucus. And it is too acidic para hindi basta-bastang pasukin ng bakterya at hindi sila magdi-develop ng mga kung ano-anong infections. Alright. Like for example, lactic acid is already weakened, especially if multiple sexual intercourse. Okay. Multiple sexual intercourse ay marami pong bakterya ang nadideposit sa'yo. Okay. Maraming bakteryang nadideposit sa'yo. That's why pagdating ng time, your lactic acid is already dead. Wala na sila. Sira na sila. And they are being overcrowded with different kinds of bacteria from different types of sexual partners. That's why, dyan magdi-develop may gonorrhea. Okay. Ang iba na yung mga amoy ng discharges. Okay. Ano pang mga different types of infections. So, bakit ko binabanggit ito? Do not forget that ladies has different kinds. It has too many. Ang dami pong cases ng reproductive diseases. Sobrang dami. At dapat ingatan natin yung ating lactic acid. Yan po ay protection. Part of innate immunity. Nilagay yan para hindi ka basta-basta magkaroon ng different reproductive health issues. Okay, antagonism by normal flora. Okay, antagonism by normal flora, yan yung sinasabi ko na even it has staphylococcus or the good bacteria. Okay, sa eyes na tayo. Merong lysosomes. Okay, yung ating mata, kaya yan nagbi-blink. Hindi yan, ay, bakit nagbi-blink ako? Okay? Yung blinking is part of innate healing. Okay? Di ba nagbi-blink tayo? Kaya tayo nagbi-blink para nililinis yung ating pinaka-mata, dahil hindi pwedeng mapasukan yan ng different yung mga alikabok or may mga maliliit na insects, tama? Okay? Okay. So, even the blinking, yung luha is part of innate immunity. Yung luha is part of innate immunity. Lumuluha tayo dahil merong something kailangan nating ilabas. Okay? Teka lang ha. Meron lang akong sagutin. Okay. Yung ating luha, it has different components. Okay, it is composed of hormones, lipids, yung mga fats. Okay, sodium, ano pa ba? Water, kasama yan. And the lysosomes. Iyan po ay kasama ng ating tears. So, yung pagluha natin is part of innate healing. If there is infections, no, kailangan nating iluha yan para ilabas. Meron na palang na-develop sa loob, kailangan nating iluha para ilabas. Okay. Also the blinking. Blinking is part of our innate healing. Blinking effect. Hindi pwedeng hindi tayo nagbi-blink. Okay? So that is part of our innate healing. Okay, so the microbial normal flora, these are harmless bacteria. Yan yung sinasabi kong the good bacteria. They are not harmless. Yan yung protection natin. Sila ay part ng ating first defense. These are harmless bacteria found in the body. Example, intestinal tract, urogenital tract, and the skin. So this is what we call the Staphylococcus aureus, ang pangalan ng normal bacteria. Okay, the intestinal tract, okay, the merong microbiome, okay? Sa ating urogenital is the lactic acid and the skin is the Staphylococcus aureus. Whole body, we have the normal bacteria, they are harmless. They are part of our innate healing. Part sila sa ating innate healing, innate immunity. All right. They suppress the growth of many potential pathogenic bacteria and fungi and superficial sites. Okay. By competing for attachment sites. Okay, merong nakapasok, hindi naman natin nakikita. Yung ating Staphylococcus aureus, they are competing for the attachment site. Teka lang, alis dyan, kami nakatira dito, hindi ka pwede dito. See? Hindi pa natin na-appreciate yung ating mga protector, yung ating first line of defense. Hindi natin yun na-appreciate. Kaya nga sa Love Yourself, pinapasalamatan ko yung sa bawat isa sa atin na hindi pwedeng magpasalamat lang tayo dahil buhay tayo. The whole body, naghihintay siya ng word na thank you. Yung ating whole body, different parts, the different system in our body, we need to say thank you and I love you. Because na magiging okay, hindi magkakasakit. Okay? Di ba sabi ko, our body is capable of healing itself. Kaya nila tayong depensahan. Okay? Competing for essential nutrients. Okay? Sila yung mga bakterya na yan, yung Staphylococcus, the normal flora, kailangan nilang protectionan. Why? Because the bad bacteria is competing for essential nutrients. Diba sabi ko kanina, ang mga microorganisms, kailangan nilang kumain. They need also to survive. So, production of inhibitory substances. Okay? So, competing for gaseous requirements. Like, for example, they need oxygen from our body, especially in the blood. So, may competition na nangyayari. We have the built-in protection and we have the outside. Yun yung mga gustong pumasok sa atin. And we have to thank our Staphylococcus aureus because they also competing. Okay, kinocompete. Oy, teka lang, hindi pwedeng makapasok ka. Kailangan yung oxygen na to ay magagamit sa buong cell ng katawan na ito. Dahil dito kami nakatira. Okay? So, competing for attachment sites, production of inhibitory substances. So, these are the functions of our good bacteria found in the skin. Okay? Found in the skin, found in our urogenital, found in our GIT tract. So, grabe ang Diyos, no? Ultimong skin, nilagyan niya ng protection. Okay? So, these are ang tawag dito ay anatomical defense associated with tissue surface. Ito yung support natin, the innate part of our innate immunity. Alam na natin yung eyes, yung tears and blinking is part of innate immunity. Skin, structural barrier, sweat, sebum, lactic acid, propionic acid, lysosome, normal flora. That is the Staphylococcus aureus. Respiratory, binanggit ko niyan. GI tract, binanggit ko niyan. Urogenital tract, lavaging action of urine, acidity, binanggit ko. Ito yung tawag na anatomical defenses in our body. Okay? So, part sila para ma-activate yung ating innate healing, yung self-healing. Sila pa lang. Okay, matindi na po ang ginagawa nila. Kung ang ating mata hindi natin nakikita yung nakikita ng ating normal flora, yung ating good bacteria, mag-thank you tayo sa kanila. Minsan nga, tinitingnan ko yung skin ko, the whole body. Thank you, Staphylococcus aureus, sa pag-protect mo na hindi ako nagkaka-infection. Salamat. Sometimes, pinapasok pa yan ng kinakagat pa tayo ng lamok para lang i-inject ng lamok yung mga bakterya, makapasok sa ating body. Pero we have to thank sa ating Staphylococcus aureus. Salamat ha, hindi pinatay mo sila. Okay. Dito pa lang sa skin, pinatay nyo na sila, tinrap nyo na sila. Thank you. Hindi ako hindi ako nagka-infection, hindi ako nagkaroon ng inflammation. So, this is part of innate healing. Innate immunity. So number 2, cellular components of innate immunity. Ito na tayo si innate immunity. So kanina may anatomical. Ito naman sa cellular. Okay. Kanina, anatomical. Sa skin. Ito naman sa ilalim. Sa cell na tayo. Yung cell natin, cells of the immune system. Okay. We have the different cells, no? We have trillion of cells in our body, 100 trillion of cells in our body, composed of 100 trillion of cells. The stem cell, ito yung, di ba binanggit ko na ito, nilecture ko ng stem cell. What is stem cell? Okay. We have in our body. Okay. This body is equipped with the stem cell. Ang stem cell sa katawan natin ay wala pong specific functions. Magfa-function siya wherein kailangan na kailangan i-repair yung part na to. Kailan lang siya magtatrabaho. Doon siya yung to the rescue. The stem cell, the functions of our stem cell is pag alam niya na kailangan yun, it has no specific functions. But kung kailan may needed na i-repair, na talagang damage na, madadamage na, that's the time magre-rescue yung different stem cells in our body. Nilecture ko na po ito, pero hindi ko dito elaborate because we have different topic. Okay, those are the main or purpose of our stem cells in the body. Do we still need that stem cell from plants or from animals? No need. We have in our body. It is a reserved stem cell. A reserved cell wherein during the needed moment of repair, siya yung, kaya nga non-specific area to functions. Magpa-function siya when it is needed. Okay? And we have different stem cells in our body. All we need to do is to boost them. Okay? We don't need to replace them. We need to boost our own stem cells. It is the stem cell given by God sa ating katawan. Okay? Different stem cells, different kingdoms has different stem cells. Okay? Has different functions. Okay. Sa cellular components, ito na yung pinakamatinding defense natin para mag-heal at hindi tayo magkakaroon ng sakit. The lymphoid stem cell. Okay. Lymphoid myeloid progenitor. Okay. Those are the different stem cells. Those are the different stem cells. Lymphoid stem cells from lymphocytes. What do you mean by lymphocytes? It is the white blood cell. The lymphoid stem cell is the stem cell from the white blood cells. For the white blood cells. Myeloid progenitor, okay, is also for the white blood cells. Okay, merong lymphocytes and granulocytes. Okay, dito tayo sa granulocytes. Ano tong pinag-uusapan natin na defense? Ito yung pinakamatinding defense natin wherein nag-initiate ng self-healing, our white blood cells. The white blood cells is our strongest defense in our body for us to survive with different kinds of microorganisms, different kinds of pathogens that we encountered in our daily life. Our white blood cells found in the blood is the one who protects us para hindi tayo mag-develop ng different kinds of inflammations. Okay, the myeloid progenitor is wherein the granulocytes. Okay, granulocytes. Ito yung white blood cell na merong 5 klase. Ang ating white blood cells has different types. It has 5 types. The neutrophil, the eosinophil, the basophil, okay, the mast cell or the monocyte. Okay. The neutrophil, ito yung white blood cell na nagfa-fight. Kunyari, nanghina yung ating Staphylococcus aureus. Nanggagaling sa outside. Okay, kinagat ka or nadikit ka, pumasok. Nanghina na yung Staphylococcus aureus, nakapasok. Kasi hindi na kayang i-fight ng ating Staphylococcus aureus found in the skin. So nakapasok. Or kung hindi man sa outside source, galing sa pagkain. Sa mga ipinasok natin, now nakapasok na. Nandun na sa ating GIT. Okay. So, walang ligtas. Okay. Alam niyo kung bakit? The white blood cells is our strongest defense. Okay? Para magkaroon tayo ng self-healing at hindi tayo basta-basta magkakasakit. The neutrophil, ang trabaho ni neutrophil, kapag nanghina ang Staphylococcus aureus, nakapasok siya sa circulations, doon magtatrabaho ang ating white blood cells, especially si neutrophil, ang mag-aatake kung mayroong bakterya na nakapasok sa ating katawan. Okay? Si neutrophil, ang nagfa-fight kapag may bakterya na nakakapasok sa ating circulation, sa ating blood, nakapasok. Alam na alam kaagad ng ating white blood cells because of the antibodies. Okay. Si antibodies, it serves as the satellite of our white blood cells. Sasabihin niya, oops, teka lang, may bakterya pumasok siya, yung nag-a-alert ni neutrophil, ni eosinophil, ni basophil, the mast cell, and the monocyte. Okay? Oops, may nakapasok na bakterya. Neutrophil, trabaho mo to. See? The neutrophil will attack. Kasi trabaho niya kapag may bakterya. Then how about eosinophil? Si eosinophil, ang trabaho ni eosinophil is the allergens. The allergies, yung mga allergens na nakakapasok or nalalanghap natin or nakakain natin nalalanghap. Kapag may nalalanghap kang mga allergens or na nagko-contribute ng inflammation, si eosinophil ang mag-aatake. See? Even the white blood cells, merong kanya-kanyang trabaho. Okay? Si bacteria, si neutrophil, sa eosinophil, sa mga allergens, and then si basophil. Anong trabaho ni basophil? Siya yung mag-a-attack ng ito yung magre-release siya ng histamine. Okay. Siya yung magre-release ng histamine. Makakaramdam ka ng init. Okay? Magkakaroon ka ng yung mga heparin. Okay. Siya yung magsisignal. Okay? Siya yung trabaho niyan. Magtatrabaho niyan. And then, pag nagawa na ni neutrophil, eosinophil, basophil, okay? Yung trabaho nila, tas hindi pa rin nila na perfect. Here comes the monocyte. Okay? The monocyte, siya yung magtatanggal ng mga basura na hindi ay magtatanggal doon siya yung magpagusite. Kakainin niya yung mga hinatitirang trabaho ng tatlo na yan. Siya yung reserve. Okay? The mast cells, kung merong mga bad cells. Okay? Si mast cells ay siya yung nagtatrabaho kapag may mga bad cells. Okay. Si monocyte, merong dalawa. Okay. Dendritic cells and the macropods. Pag sinabing macropods, lahat ng bakterya na hindi hindi matapos nung lahat ng yon or mga pathogens, no? Siya yung magfa-final na kakain. Imamacropods niya, kakainin niya para hindi na makaka-penetrate sa katawan natin. So that is the functions of our blood, the white blood cells. Okay? Dito naman tayo kay lymphocytes. Si lymphocytes, meron tinatawag na B cell progenitor and T cell. Yung ating bone marrow, and the thymus gland. Thymus gland is responsible for our immune system. And also si lymphocytes, meron tinatawag na natural killer cells. See? These are the strongest defense in our body. Kaya may tinatawag na innate healing. Nasa dugo ang pinaka-strong defense para tayo ay mabilis mapagaling at para tayo ay hindi basta-bastang mapasukan ng different pathogens na nagkukos ng diseases. Natural killer cells is found in our blood, the lymphocytes. Okay, lymphocytes is found in the white blood cells. Okay, so ang trabaho niya, merong tinatawag na natural killer cells, yung tinatawag na NK cells. Especially kung during the mitotic divisions, nagkakaroon ng uncontrolled divisions of bad cells. Nandyan ang defense. Una, si natural killer, si NK cells ang pumapatay niyan. Siya ang nagbablock niyan para hindi mabuong cancer. Kaya lang naman niya hindi matatrap yung mga bad cells dahil siya mismo nangihina din. Kapag nanghina yung ating dugo, yung ating defense, dahil sa sinubrahan natin ng kalalagay ng basura sa ating mga bibig, sa ating mga physical body, okay, kung ano-anong ini-introduce natin na nakakasira sa kanila. Sobrang lapot ng dugo mo, paano sila magtrabaho ng maayos? Sobrang daming glucose dugo mo, paano sila magtrabaho ng maayos? Sobrang baba ng oxygen sa blood mo, paano sila magtrabaho ng maayos? Punong-puno ng toxins instead of nutrients, papaano sila magtatrabaho? Hindi nila magagawa yung kanilang functions kapag mismo yung dugo natin nangihina. Remember, our strongest defense is found in the blood, especially the white blood cells. Tapos hindi natin lilinisin yung dugo natin. Tapos kung ano nung pinapasok natin, di ba sinabi ko yan doon sa lecture ko? Kung meron man tayong uunahin para mabilis tayo mapagaling, kung meron man tayong dapat unahin, ay yung palakasin natin, yung defense natin. Why? Like for example, sa Pilipinas, darating ang panahon, lulusobin tayo ng mga kaaway. Di ba pinapalakas natin ang ating mga depensa? Yung mga sundalo, palalakasin. Why? Kailangan equip sila. Hindi sila mahina. Why? Pag nilusob tayo, sila yung unang defense. The same thing in our body. Kapag ang ating mga sundalo nang hihina, pag nilusob ito, papaano ka magiging healthy? But sad to say, mas inuuna pa ang stem cell. Mas inuuna pa ang kung ano-anong mga, ay, teka lang, kulang ako sa ganito, kulang sa, nakalimutan mo yung dugo mo, linisin mo muna. Bago yung iba. Dapat unahin natin i-rescue yung ating mga defense. Hindi yung ni-rescue mo, yung hindi naman sila ang unang defense. May kanya silang trabaho in proper time. But we need to rescue our first defense, our strong defense. That is the white blood cell. Laging hinuhuli ang ating dugo. Di ba? Marami akong naririnig, ay, unahin ko yung ganito, pampatay, pampadumi, kailangan ko minom ng stem cell, kasi nakalimutan mo, unahin mo yung dugo mo muna, linisin mo. Why? Hindi na kayang linisin ng ating excretory organ. Why? Mismo sila. We have excretory organ. Our lungs, our liver, number 1, our kidney. But take note, hindi na nila magagawa yun. Why? Pati sila, damaged na rin. Kaya pagdating ng time, na-damage na sila dahil sa sobrang dumi ng dugo na umiikot palagi, 24 hours. Okay? Na affected na sila, pati yung dugo mismo natin, na number 1 na nag-defense natin, naghihingalo na rin. So, anong expect mo? Paano ka gagaling? Sabi nila, red pine, nakakagaling. Paano ka uminom ng red pine? Baka once a week, once lang. Okay? Baka sa isang buwan, isa lang. Baka kung kailan lang maalala, yun lang. Kasi hindi priority. Dahil hindi mo alam kung ano talagang trabaho natin, Red Pine. Don't you know that Red Pine is a very good blood cleanser? Okay? It has clinical study. How the Red Pine works, how the Red Pine functions in our uh, system in the body, especially the blood. Okay? So, yun yung lagi nating kinakalimutan, yung ating dugo. Dapat yan ang unahin natin i-rescue. Kasi yan yung pagod na pagod. Kung ano-ano pinapasok natin. Okay. Under the B cell or the bone marrow cell, we have the plasma cell, the memory cell. Alam nyo ba ang memory cell? Okay? Yung memory cell, from the word memory, sila yung nag-i-store. Okay? Sila yung nag-i-store na, oops, unang attack, okay, natatamaan tayo, tama? Like rhinoviruses. Unang attack, nako, nagkaubo ka, nagkasipon ka, diarrhea ka. Kasi nga, si memory cell, hindi pa siya, wala pa sa kanya yung status, o wala pa sa kanya informations about that virus. Okay? So, first time niyang na-encounter. So, ngayon, si B cells found in our bone marrow, sa lymphocyte, si memory cell, i-retain niya yung informations ng rhinoviruses. Okay. Ikaw pala yung pumasok ha. Okay. Ikaw pala yung pumasok kaya ako nagkasakit last time. Okay. So, si memory cell, ang gagawin niya, i-store niya yung information ng virus na yon. So, next time na ma-encounter mo na yung virus na yun, hindi ka natatamaan. Why? Si memory cell, magbibigay siya ng signal doon sa granulocyte. Oops, neutrophil. Ayan yung umatake dati. Harangin mo na. Kaya siya tinawag na memory cell. Alam na alam niya kung ano yung umatake sa last time. That's why pag next time pumunta ka na doon, hindi ka na matatamaan ng virus na meron doon. Why? Meron na, naka-program na sa kanya. That's why tinatawag siyang memory cell. Grabe, ang talino ng ating Diyos na lumikha sa atin. Alam nyo, pag inaral nyo ito, lagi kong sinasabi, hindi po tayo talunan. Okay? Hindi tayo talunan. Body pa lang natin, kaya nang umatake. Kaya na makipag-fight. Pero minsan, dahil wala tayong alam, kaya tayo natatakot. Wala tayong kumpiyansa sa sarili natin na kaya pala niya. Kaya kung ano-ano naisipin mo, ay, bili ako ng ganito. Ay, kita mo, may sa Shopee. Ay, magaling sa ganito. Ay, inom ako niyan. Bili ako niyan, bili. Nagkagastos ka tuloy. Nagkagastos-gastos ka, nasayang yung pera mo. Why? Hindi mo alam paano magtrabaho yung ating katawan. Grabe po. Minsan pag inaaral ko to, mamamangha ka kung gaano tayo kamahal ng ating Diyos. Hindi tayo ginawa para magkasakit kaagad. Sila pa lang, sa cell pa lang ito. Okay? Memory cell. Kaya siya tinawag na memory cell. Okay, pasok na naman yung ibang, like for example, yung tawag nito yung vaccine. Okay. Yung vaccine na yan, hindi po yan ng kung anong vaccine lang, mga bakterya po yan at saka viruses. Hindi po yan yung, ay, magpa-vaccine tayo. Like yung baby, BCG, Hep B, DPT, polio, measles, yan po ay mga bakterya, mga microorganisms po yan. Inintroduce sa katawan natin, and then pag na-introduce na, nandun sila sa memory cell, nagre-retain. Okay? So, kapag na-introduce na kay memory cell sila, oops, na-expose ka ngayon. Okay, na-expose ka ngayon sa ganitong bakterya ng HEPA. Okay, na-expose ka ng HEPA. Okay, hindi ka basta-bastang matatamaan. Why? You already have inside your memory cell. Alam na, ay, meron na ako niyan, nandito na yan, na-input na yan dito. Meron na ako niyan, kaya kilala na kita. Okay, tatawagin niya ulit yung mga nagtatrabaho para sa defense na yan. So, ganon katindi yung ating innate immunity magtrabaho. The plasma cell. Alam nyo ba ang plasma cell? Siya yung, pag sinabing plasma, okay, yan yung i-release niya para itatrap lahat. Oops, trap na natin. Natrap ko na. Oops, natrap ko na sila. Marami sila dito. Tawagin ko si neutrophils, ayusin niyo si basophil dahil sama-sama sila dito. Pag natrap na, inatake. So, tapos ang laban. Kaya ka hindi nagkasakit. So, this is how our cells function in our body. This is the mystery. Ganito tayo kamahal ng Diyos. No? So, dito pa lang sa dugo natin, grabe po ang trabaho. Grabe ang defense. Kaya bakit tayo matatakot? Ang kailangan natin, we need to clean them up. We need to feed them good nutrients. Hindi natin sila sisirain. Hindi natin sila lalasunin. Hindi natin sila lalagyan ng kung ano-anong toxins. Dapat ingatan. Kaya tayo nagkakasakit, yung mga defense natin, naghihingalo na rin. Okay? So, the neutrophils, ito na yun, isa-isa. Yung trabaho ni neutrophils, phagocyte, characteristic nucleus, and cytoplasm. Ito yung sinasabi, kinakain niya yung si neutrophils. Kinakain niya yung mga carries out phagocytosis, intracellular killing, inflammation, and tissue damage. Kapag may damage na, may tissue damage. Si neutrophils is part of our WBC, the strongest defense. Siya yung pumapatay ng mga intracellular killing. Pumapatay. Pinapagocyte niya, kinakain niya. Okay. So, neutrophils circulate in the bloodstream, highly motile. Grabe po. Extravasate. Para yan silang active na active. Sana nga active. Hindi naghihingalo. Okay? Paano natin sila magiging active? We need to clean the blood. Okay? Extravasate into tissues via diapedesis towards inflammation by chemotaxis. Okay? Yan yung trabaho ni neutrophil. Attracted by cytokines. Okay? Produced by epithelial cells and APC. Rapid response. Hindi sila slow moving, kundi very rapid. Hindi sila, ayun nga, sana nga rapid ang moving. Hindi yung parang naghihingalo. Hindi, kaya tayo napapasukan, kakasakit agad kasi nga, pag ikaw mabilis magkasakit, ibig sabihin, naghihingalo na yung mga defense natin. Okay? Rapid response, first cell to arrive during an immune response. Okay? So, neutrophils, short lifespan, 1 to 2 days lang. Okay? Kailangan nilang, hindi sila pwedeng magtagal kasi pagod na pagod yung mga yan. Kaya ang lifespan nila, 1 to 2 days. Ano yun sila? We are new every 2 days. Kung meron kanta, we are new every morning. Si neutrophil, we are new every 1 to 2 days. Terminally differentiated cells involved in inflammations. Kapag may namamagana, okay, because of those bacteria, may inflammations na, magdi-develop na ng disease, si neutrophils ang aatake. Has a greater killing power than MF. Okay? Alright. So, si neutrophils, killing mechanisms, phagocytosis, oxygen dependent. Okay. Hydrogen peroxide, reactive oxygen species. Oxygen dependent yung ating neutrophils. Ibig sabihin, kailangan mataas ang oxygen sa ating blood. Sino ang nagbitbit na oxygen sa blood? The hemoglobin. Oxygen independent, lysosomes, lactoferrin, perforins, and others. So these are the different types. And these are the functions of our neutrophils. Basophil, ito yung binanggit ko na kanina, contains high affinity receptors of IgE, immunoglobulin E, and perform granules that contain inflammatory mediators, including histamine, heparin, chondroitin, neutral protease, and others. Ito yung trabaho ni basophil. Okay? Heparin, histamine. Kaya ka makakaramdam ng lagnat, sakit, kasi si basophils ang umaatake na nun. Ina-aware na tayo na may nakapasok na ng mga microorganisms sa katawan natin. Yan ang trabaho ni basophil para magiging aware tayo. Mediator sila. Mast cells. Okay, si mast cells can also secrete cytokines to induce inflammation. chemokines to induce infiltration by monocyte and neutrophils, leukotrienes to induce muscle contractions and increase vascular permeability. Actually, ang inflammation is part of innate immunity. Isa siya ang inflammation is part of defense. Why? Kung walang inflammation, hindi tayo ma-alert. Hindi natin malalaman na may nakapasok na palang mga masamang elemento sa katawan natin. That's why inflammation is a warning sign that merong nakapasok na mga microorganisms that can harm our health. No? So it is part of innate healing, yung inflammations. Muscles are capable of inducing an inflammatory cascade. Ayan yun. Kailangan mag-inflame para may gagawin tayo. Kasi kung wala si muscles, wala tayong gagawin, hindi natin alam, and pagdating ng time, chronic na pala ang kalalabasan. So, inflammation is part of our innate immunity. Kaya, monocular phagocytosis, so trabaho ito ng monocytes, no? Immature circulatory form migrate into tissues and are called macrophages. Yun yung sinasabi ko, trabaho ni basophil, eosinophil, neutrophils, ni muscles, siya yung pinaka-final. Have specialized names based on site, kidney, mesangial cells, connective tissue histocytes, bone osteoclasts, liver coffer, and brain microglial cells. These are the functions of monocytes na part ng ating WBC. Alright? So, the stem cells or the monoblast, okay. Kung kailan, di ba sabi ko, ang stem cell is a reserve cell. Wala siyang specific functions. Magpa-function siya wherein may needed na kailangan i-repair, na hindi na kaya ng mga normal cells. That is the function of stem cells. Stem cells has no specific functions. Pero meron siyang mga kung saang area lang siya. Ito si cell na to, ito yung cell na to. Tinuro ko ito sa inyo, yung stem cells. Ito yung stem cells ni ganito, ito yung stem cells ni ganyan, ito yung stem cells ni butoy, ito yung stem cells. Okay, si stem cells, walang specific functions. Okay, hindi siya pwedeng mag-functions kung walang immediate response na, hoy, reserve, merong i-correct dito, merong kaya. That's the time the stem cell will move. Yan yung trabaho ng stem cell. Yun yung specific, special functions ng stem cell. Magtatrabaho siya wherein hindi na kaya i-repair ng mga normal cells na nagtatrabaho. Siya yung magtatrabaho. That's the functions of stem cells. Okay? Siya yung magsta-functions si monoblast or promonocyte na stem cells. Kung may damage ang bone, kaya pag na-damage ang bone, sa totoo lang, kahit ma-damage yan, kahit maano yan, hayaan mo lang. Okay. Hayaan mo lang, kaya nilang mag-repair on its own. Meron tinatawag na osteoclast in the bone. Okay, merong osteoblast. Trabaho ng stem cell yan. Kaya nga may bone cell, may blood cell, kung different types of cells has different functions. At meron talagang tinatawag na stem cell na siya yung magpa-functions wherein hindi na kayang trabahoin ng mga normal cells na nagre-repair. Yun yung functions ng stem cells. Nagre-rescue siya. Okay? Alam niya yung trabaho niya kung kailan siya magtatrabaho. Parang sabi ko nga parang last minute, siya yung trabaho niyan, last minute. Hindi nyo kaya, ako na dyan, trabaho ko yan. That's the functions of stem cells. Okay, sige, merong mga bone cells, during pag nagkaroon ng fracture, kahit hindi mo yan gawa ng paraan, the bone can repair its own because of the stem cells of the bones. Merong osteoclast, osteoblast, may process yan. Okay? Alveoli macrophages in the lungs, Kupffer cell in the liver. So that is the functions of stem cells. Di ba sabi ko sa kanya, it has no specific. Dapat kung kailan merong nangangailangan ng rescue, saka siya magtatrabaho. Alright? So, histiocyte in the connective tissues, microglia in the brain, that is the functions of the stem cells. Okay? So, kung nakinig kayo dun sa stem cell ko na lecture, ay hindi ho basta-basta ang stem cell ha. Pero hindi dapat stem cell galing sa hayop. Hindi dapat stem cells na galing sa halaman. It doesn't work in our body. Because this body is already being programmed by God. That's nothing. It is considered as foreign body. Sisipain yan ng normal cell ng ating katawan. Sino ka? Di kita kilala. Alam nyo ba? Sa sobrang talino ng cell natin, okay? They are capable of self-healing. Alam nila yung gagawin. Okay? Tingnan nyo, pag may transplant, kidney transplant, hindi basta-basta mag-kidney transplant lang. May mga gagawin po yan. Ang gagawin sa pasyente, parehong i-immunocompromise. Bago yan ita-transplant, pababagsakin yung immune system mo, pahihinain. I-inject sa'yo para magkaroon ka ng immunocompromise. Pag sinabi immunocompromise, pababagsakin yung immune system mo. Why? Para ma-introduce yung kidney na kahit match mo yan. I-introduce sa'yo yung kidney ng galing sa kapatid mo. Sabi mo, iisa kayo, di ba? Kahit na match yan sa'yo, aatakihin pa rin yan ng mga cell na nagmumula sa'yo. Hindi kulang-kulang ang katawan natin. Nakaprogram na po yan. Alam nila na galing sa outside source. That's why, i-immunocompromise. Pababagsakin yung immune system mo para lang pag ipinasok yan, hindi yan aatakihin. Because this is considered as foreign body. Sabi, hindi ka galing sa amin hindi ka namin kilala. So, kapag basta-basta mo lang ipasok yan, wala ring kwenta. Hindi magsasucess. Why? Kasi nga, aatakihin yan. Hindi yan kilala. Okay? Yung katawan namin, ganito na kami lahat. Bakit saan ka galing? So, meron yung tinatawag na introductory phase. Okay, introductory phase we're in. Ipapakilala. It takes time. Okay? So, pag nanghihina sila, okay, nagkakaroon ng immunity. Okay? Si memory cell, sasabihin niya, oops, parang may pumasok na no. That's why sasabihin niya kay neutrophil, kay eosinophil, kay kusino man, huwag niyo atakihin. Kasi akala niya galing sa kanya. Hindi ho ganun kadali ha. Kaya when you talk about stem cell, be careful, you have to study more. Okay, stem cells. Cell is the fundamental structures of life. Ang cell ay hindi bubo. Ang cell ay yan ang pinagmula ng buhay natin. So, they are too intelligent. Okay? So, hindi ho ganun kadali. No? When you introduce something that is not come from within, it is considered as foreign body. Okay? So, stop talking about stem cells muna. Okay? Sa innate immunity muna tayo. Kaya yun binanggit because stem cell is part of the innate immunity. Magre-rescue siya wherein hindi na nakaya mag-generate ng mga normal cells na trabaho. Macropods, yun yung trabaho ng monocytes, kakainin niya. Single nucleus, abundant cytoplasm, carries out phagocytosis and digests engulf materials. Yung mga, maglalabas ng plasma cells, i-engulf niya yun lahat. Para walang matira, ilalabas yan sa katawan natin. So, present in all tissues, ang macropods, yes, of course, because it is found in our WBC. Abundant in the spleen, the lymph nodes, and the GIT. Okay. Upon activation, macropods process AG and release cytokines, cell communication, to communicate with other cells in the immune system. Ang sinabi ko sa inyo, the cells are communicating each other. Lahat ng system ng katawan, they are communicating each other. They are coordinating each other. Hindi yung basta magtrabaho ko dito, bahala ka sa buhay mo. Hindi ho sila ganon. Nag-uusap ang ating system systematically. Okay? So, grabe po. Wala na pong kasing high-tech yung ating katawan. Na kahit anong high-tech na tinatawag sa mundong ito, walang kasing high-tech sa katawan natin. Okay? So, this is the macropods. This is the cell. Okay. This is how the monocyte or the WBC works, no? May bacteria, pasok. O, andito yung tinatawag na antibodies. Sabi ni antibodies, oops, nandito yung bacteria, nandito, papasok na siya. Okay. Kunyari, nanghihina na yung ating defense, the antibodies. Alam niyo ba antibodies? That antibodies, the strong antibodies is from our mother. Okay? Yung nung ipinanganak ay binuntis tayo ng mother natin, okay? Nagpapasa po sila na antibodies. And one of the strong antibodies is the colostrum. Okay? Yung first milk ng mother is the very strong antibodies. Okay? It is a defense. Ito yung one of our innate defense, no? So, yun ang antibodies para silang satellite. Oops, merong ano dito, bacteria, papasok na siya. Cell, anong gagawin mo? Okay? Papasok, engulfment. See? Si pagosome, i-engulf niya. Tingnan mo. Pak! Okay. Sinilled niya. Sinilled. Okay. Ito yung trabaho ng ating white blood cells. Sinilled. And then, degradation. Pagolysosome. Ibig sabihin, pinupira-piraso. Okay? Pinipiraso-piraso, okay, ng ating WBC, yung ating defense. Pinipiraso-piraso para mabilis ilabas. And then, receptor for bacterial surface constituent, ito yung antibodies. And then the macropods, ayan, yung macropods na yan, yan yung nagwawalis para ilabas sa system. So this is how our WBC works to protect us, para hindi tayo magkakasakit. Now, part of the lymphocytes is the natural killer cells. Ito yung mga pumapatay ng mga bad cells, especially the cancer cells, the neoplasm. Large cytotoxic cells look like large lymphocytes and constrained granules. Okay? Kill virus-infected and tumor cells. Pag may virus pumasok at may mga tumor cells, si natural killer cells found in the WBC, lymphocyte, siya yung pumapatay. Okay, ini-engulf niya yung virus, kinakain niya yung tumor, yan yung trabaho ng NK cells. Okay? Kaya lang nagkaroon ng tumor, lumalaki yung tumor because the NK cells nanghihina na. Okay? Because your blood is too toxic. Toxins. Ang dami-daming toxins. Also important in resistance to intracellular infections with viruses and bacteria. So, tapos na yung trabaho ng granulocytes, yung 5, basophil, eosinophil, neutrophil, mast cells, and monocytes. Ito pa si natural killer cells. To the rescue all the time. Sipin mo ang trabaho niya, virus and the tumors, the bad cells. Yun ang trabaho. Inaatake niya yan. Oops, teka lang, kailangan natin, hindi ka mag-develop. Ayoko magiging tumor ka. But what happened? Bakit may tumor? Na kung tutusin, kayang-kaya yan tanggalin ng ating NK cells. But what happened? NK cells is too powerful. Anong nangyari? Ba't nag-develop yung tumor? Because sila mismo nanghihina. Hindi nila magagawa yung trabaho nila. Because of the very dirty blood. They cannot do their own functions. No? Do not secrete antibodies nor express T-cell receptor. Wala silang antibodies. Also called large granular lymphocytes. Ang laki niyan. Okay? NK cells kill using perforin. Yan yung chemical na nire-release ng NK cells para hindi magtuloy-tuloy yung tumor. Para hindi magtuloy-tuloy kumalat yung virus sa katawan. Using the perforin chemical that is produced by the NK cells, the natural killer cells. NK cells do not require a thymos for the development but have several similarities to activated CD8 T cells. No? Ito yung nagpo-protect ng tumor and the viruses. Rapidly produce cytokines upon ligand recognition. Isipin nyo yung cytokines, iyan yung pumapatay ng cancer cells. Kaya some of the chemo drugs has a very large component of cytokines because cytokines really kills the bad cells. Okay, but trabaho yan ng NK cells ng ating katawan. The lymphocytes, the white blood cells. See, the blood alone can protect us. Okay, pero anong ginawa natin sa dugo natin? Less priority. Dahil hindi natin alam paano magtrabaho ang dugo natin. Kaya last na lang siya. Okay? Saka na lang yan. Hindi naman yan basta umikot siya sa ating katawan. No. We need to rescue our blood. Nandyan yung pinaka-defense natin. Okay? So, ano pang trabaho ng NK cells? NK killing mechanism. Perforin, a cytolytic protein in the granules of CD8 T cells and NK cells. After degranulation, dinudurog-durog nila. Perforin insert itself into the target cell's plasma membrane, forming a pore. Okay? So, tinatalo nila. Sa totoo lang, yung mga bad cells, kaya patayin ng NK cells natin. Kaya lang nananalo ang mga bad cells because nga, nangihina yung dugo natin. Okay? So, dendritic cells, ito ay part ng monocytes sa ating WBC, are highly migratory cells. Nagmamigrate. Oops, tika lang. Kung saan-saan yan pumupunta. Make up less than 1% of the total mononuclear cells present in the immature form of all tissues. Okay, dendritic cells act as peripheral sentinels detecting and responding to any antigen invasion. Para din yan silang satellite. Para silang sensor ang dendritic cells. Kung saan-saan yan sila pumupunta para lang maghanap ng mga pathogens. Okay? Para silang mga detector. Okay, sila yung nagre-respond ng antigen invasions. Pag merong invasions na nangyayari, si dendritic cells ang magtatrabaho. Do you appreciate yung ating dugo? Ang tindi po ng trabaho nila. Diba? Ang daming parts ng ating dugo na maybe some of you ngayon nyo lang alam. Ganun pala magtrabaho yung dugo natin. Dapat bigyan natin sila ng halaga. Huwag natin silang gawing basurahan. Huwag nating pahirapan yung dugo natin na kung ano-ano pinapasok natin ng mga toxins, ng mga basura. Nakita niyo yung mga binabanggit ko? Ang hirap nilang banggitin. Pero matindi ang kilang ginawa. They have to make sure na hindi tayo magkasakit. Nakita niyo yung trabaho nila. Trabaho niya to, trabaho niya to, trabaho niya. Pag nanghina sila, oops, may tag-rescue. Kung hindi pa dyan, meron pa sa kabila, meron pa talaga. See? This is how our blood pa lang, paano tayo pinrotect? Para mapagaling tayo ng mabilis at hindi tayo magkaroon ng sakit. Alright? Ano pang trabaho ng dendritic cells? Are highly migratory cells. Di ba migratory? Kung saan-saan sila pumupunta, maghahanap lang ng mga microorganisms or pathogens para lang hindi basta-basta makapasok sa atin. Ang dami na pong trabaho nila. Make up less than 1% of total mononuclear cells present in mature form. Okay, nagawa ko na ito kanina. Move into lymphoid organs where they activate the T cells. Okay, ina-activate nila yung thymus gland. Okay, thymus cells natin, responsible for the immune system. Migrate towards the lymph nodes, they mature. Alam niyo yung mga lymph nodes natin? Ito yung mga kulani. Doon ang dendritic cells nag-i-stay. Why? Sila yung nagtatrap. Okay? Sila yung nagtatrap. Kaya pag ang lymph nodes natin lumaki, sumakit, ibig sabihin may nakapasok na mga microorganisms. Kaya yan lumaki kasi tinatrap nila. Okay? Especially the dendritic cells. Naandun sa lymph nodes. Kaya pag may sugat ka, okay, pag pinabayaan mo, may sugat, pinabayaan mo, mamaya may kulani na dito sa may legs, may kulani na, namamaga. Ibig sabihin, pag namaga ang kulani, ibig sabihin, may presence of bacteria na nakapasok. Kaya yan namaga dahil tinatrap nila para hindi kumalat kung saan-saan. Doon pa lang sa kanila, dendritic cells is the one responsible to kill that kind of bacteria. Okay? They lose their capacity for endocytosis and become more immunogenic. Dendrites and expressing a higher number of costimulatory and MHC peptide molecules. Kaya nga, pinapatay nila, tinatrap nila. Kaya yung ating mga lymph nodes, Pag alam mong hindi yan namamaga at sumasakit, ibig sabihin, ang lakas-lakas pa ng ating defense, especially the white blood cells. Grabe, yung ating mga protector, active sila. Okay? Pero kung nasugat, tapos mamaya nagkaroon na ng mga kulani-kulani, masakit, pag ginalaw mo ang sakit. Ibig sabihin, mabilis nakapasok. Anong nangyari sa dugo mo? Nanghihina sila. Mabilis nakapasok ang mga bakterya. Okay? Kaya yan, si dendritic cells ang nagtatrap yan sa lymph nodes, si kulani, para hindi kumalat kung saan-saan. Alright. So, tapos na tayo sa innate. Okay, sa adaptive naman tayo. Malapit na tayo matapos. Okay. So, sa adaptive immune response, kanina innate. Okay, sa white blood cells, sa ating anatomical, okay, ating ilong, ating skin, ating GIT. Sa adaptive immune naman tayo. Adaptive, kanina innate. Adaptive naman, ito yung immune system. The adaptive immune response is different from the innate response in the specific and memory. Okay? Specificity and memory, second exposure to the same organism. Ito yung sinasabi ko na memory cell. Okay? Second exposure to the same organism produces a larger and more rapid response than occurred at the primary exposure. The adaptive immune response is much lower than the innate immune response. Okay. Yan yung sinasabi ko na kapag na-expose ka sa ganung bacteria, next time na ma-expose ka, hindi ka na tatamaan. Why? Because of the memory cells produces by the adaptive immune system. Nando na siya, naka-memory na, naka-stored na. Oops, nakapasok ka na last time, ngayon di ka na kaya. Mabilis kang i-atake ng mga WBC namin. Okay? So, yun ang trabaho ng adaptive immune system. Alright? So, anong trabaho? Lymphocytes are in effector cells of the adaptive immune system. They display highly diverse receptors for antigen. Each cell has multiple copies of receptor for a single antigen only and thus responds only to one antigen specific. Ito yung trabaho nila. Yan, hindi na natin elaborate. Okay, nasabi ko na kanina, okay, pag may nakapasok, naka-memory cell na naka-stored na sa kanila, pag pumasok uli, ops, kilala na kita, ipapapatay ka na namin, sorry ka, para hindi ka na kaagad maapektuhan. Okay, di ka na magkakasakit. The adaptive or specific immune response involves two main lines, the humoral and the cell-mediated immunity. So si B cell at saka si T cell ang kanyang ina-activate. Okay? Si bone marrow cell at saka si T cell, si thymus gland cell, yun yung kanyang ina-alert. B cells mature in the bone marrow, then travel to lymphatic tissue, especially in the spleen and the lymph nodes. T cells matures in the thymus. So si adaptive, andun yung memory cells and specificity. Okay, specific siya. Oops, ikaw yun na. Okay, tawagin ko si B cell. Tawagin ko si T cell para atakihin kayo. So this is the functions of adaptive immunity. Alright, ang involved kay adaptive immunity, si bone marrow cells and the thymus gland cells. Cells in the immune system, so ito yung sinabi ko kanina, macrophages with WBC, eosinophil monocyte, tingnan mo pag nakapasok. Okay, si muscle, ganyan sila magtrabaho pag may bakteryang nakapasok. You see? Bone marrow hematopoietic cell. Okay, maglalabas si adaptive immunity from the bone marrow hematopoietic cell and the multipotent stem cells. Okay, naka-standby lang si multipotent. Teka lang, hindi nyo kaya ha, o ako na. Yan yung trabaho ng stem cell. Kung kailan yung rescue, hindi na nila kaya lahat, siya ang magtatrabaho. That is the function of stem cells. So, kapag may nakapasok na bacteria or pathogens or microorganisms, this is how they work inside our body. See? Macrophages kakainin, si eosinophil, si basophil, si muscle, si monocyte, okay? Neutrophil, megakaryocyte, okay? Kakainin nila lahat, okay? Andyan ang trabaho natin dugo. This is how our WBC works in order to protect us not to get sick. So, dugo pa lang ito. Tingnan nyo si dendritic cells. Pupunta siya kay lymph nodes. Okay? Para itatrap. Okay? So, this is how it looks like. Ganyan sila mag-fight pag may pumasok sa atin. Pero ang tanong, paano kaya ito magtrabaho yung ating dugo kung ang dugo rin natin ay naghihingalo? Kaya ka nagkakasakit. Kapag ang dugo mo naghihingalo, kapag ang dugo mo ay hindi healthy, kaya ang tagal-tagal mong gumaling. Kapag matagal kang gumaling, ibig sabihin naghihingalo pa yung mga protector mo. Naghihingalo pa sila, kaya unahin mo muna sila, palakasin mo muna sila para mabilis ang pagaling. Hindi yung hahanap ka ng ibang stem cell para i-bypass yung sarili mong stem cell. No way. They are communicating each other. They know what to do. They can work independently. Di mo kailangan utusan. Ito yung ginawa ng Diyos sa atin. Isa lang ang gusto ng iparating ng Diyos sa atin tonight. Kung gaano niya tayo kamahal. Dugo pa lang ito. Paano tayo hindi magkasakit? This is how the wonder works of God inside our body. Ganito tayo kamahal. Dugo pa lang ito. Wala pa po yung iba. Okay? Si B cells, ito yung bone marrow cells. Work chiefly by secreting soluble substances known as antibodies. Okay? Oops, yung antibodies mo na acquired mo from mother, nanghina. Okay? We have antibodies from our parents, especially sa first milk, yung ating colostrum. Minsan natatawa ko, may mga nagbibenta ng colostrum. No? Colostrum is the first milk of the mother. Okay? May colostrum daw galing sa deer. Ay, hindi ako papayag. Gusto ko yung antibodies na makuha ko galing sa nanay ko. Ayaw kong galing sa sayop. Ayaw kong pumayag nun. So, if the antibodies acquired from our mother ng hina, here comes the bone marrow. Magre-release siya. Pag sinabing secret, magre-release siya ng another antibodies. Ano yung antibodies? To alert sa mga sundalo. Antibodies, ang function ng antibodies is to alert. Lahat ng sundalo, oops, ready na. Okay, may nakapasok. That's the functions of antibodies. Para siyang sensor. Oops, nandito na, parating na sila. Naka-ready na ang mga eosinophil, basophil, lahat yun kanina. Eto sila. Naka-ready na. Si antibodies magsabi, oops, parating na sila. Nandiyan na, ayan na, naka-ready na, naka-alert na sila. That's the functions of antibodies. There are 1,000 of different B cells. Each recognizes different antigen. Its antigen stimulates production of a single specific antibody. When a B cell meets and interacts with a specific antigen, the B cell becomes metabolically active and begins to divide. See? Magdi-divide siya para to alert the WBC, our defense. So these are the functions of our bone marrow cells. Okay? Activated B cells, bone marrow cells, leads to cell proliferations, clonal expansion and differentiation. See, ang tindi nila. Okay? May mga platoon. Plasma cells, secrete antibodies. Memory B cells, yung memory cells, remain in lymphoid tissues and are responsible for the immunity that arises following infection or vaccinations. Tinatrap kasi nila yun. Alright. Di ba yung B cells? Kaya yung vaccine, doon yan kay memory cells. Okay, yung vaccine, pinasok sa'yo. Okay? HEPA B, injection, pupunta yun kay memory cells. Ay, pag na-expose ka sa labas ng HEPA, hindi ka natatamaan. Why? Ando na kay memory cells. Andito na, meron na ako. Si memory cells ang nagtatago niya. Okay? So, yun yung trabaho. See? This is how our bone marrow cells work. Nag-proliferate sila. Oops, tingnan mo yung antigen. Antibodies. Para silang mga satellites. Ina-alert. So, B-cell activation requires to signal the cytokines and helper T cells. Okay, wag ko nang anuhin to. Medyo malalim na to. Okay. Basta yan yung trabaho ng ating bone marrow. Hindi ko na ito na yung cell to cell na. Okay, nag-aano na sa ito yung T helper cell. Meron pang T helper cell si bone marrow cells. Okay. Kung si mast cells, kay lymphocytes. Si bone cells ay meron ding T helper cells or si thymus gland cells. Okay, tandaan nyo ha. Ang CD4 cells, CD4. Kapag CD4 bumagsak, CD4 cells, bumagsak ng 300, I think 500 ang normal ng CD4. CD4 cells, cytokine ito. CD4 cells bumagsak ng 500. 500 is normal. Pag bumagsak ang CD4 cells, ibig sabihin, merong AIDS ang isang pasyente. Tandaan nyo ha, CD4 cells na nire-release ng thymus gland cell, the T helper cells. CD4 cells normal is 500. Pag bumagsak ng 500 ang CD4 cells, yun yung may mga AIDS patient. Yung may mga AIDS, HIV, acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Yung may mga AIDS, yan ang laging chine-check sa may mga AIDS. CD4 cells, bumabagsak yan. Ito yung indicator na may AIDS ang isang tao. Napasukan ng virus. AIDS is virus. Acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Okay? Helper T cells ang nagre-release niyan kay CD4. Okay, tandaan niyo ha, CD4 cells, indication yan kung may AIDS ang isang pasyente. Bumabagsak yan ng 500 below, ibig sabihin, may AIDS ang isang tao. Helper T cells, yan, recognize antigens on the surface of white blood cells. Okay? Hindi ko na yan banggitin. Binanggit ko na yan kanina. Yan, killer T cells, killer cells, target cells, and target-oriented. Ganun sila magtrabaho kapag may virus nakapasok. Si natural killer cells, kapag may virus at kapag merong cancer cells na nag-uumpisang mag-develop, inaatake kaagad yan ni NK cells. Target-oriented. Itina-target, inaano nila, degranulize yan. Sisirain nila yan para hindi magbuo ng tumor, hindi magde-develop, uncontrolled multiplications. Si killer cells at saka si NK cells ang trabaho na, nagtatrabaho. Okay? Kaya naman talaga eh. Kaya lang, ang problema lang, naghihingalungay yung dugo. So, papaano mamamatay? So, cellular adaptations. So, ito yung cells natin. Okay. Mag-iingat po tayo. Normal cell. Tingnan mo ang normal cells. Response to stress. Okay. Normal cells, ganyan. Itsura. Ano sila? Ang cell kasi natin is they communicate. Ang normal cell, they communicate at pari-pareho ang size. Pero kapag sobrahan sa stress, merong hyperplasia na nangyayari. Okay? And then, liliit yung ating mga cell. Nagko-compress. Okay? And then, pag dumating, pag too much stress, di ba sabi, stress is also a contributor in developing cancer cells. That's why nagkaroon ng metaplasia. That's why be careful in handling different kinds of stress in life because stress is also a contributor in developing a cancer cell. So this is how our normal cells responds with regards to stress. So mag-ingat tayo dahil ang stress ay isa po sa nagko-contribute para mag-develop ng cancer cells. Tingnan mo, metaplasia, dumadami, mabilis ang pag-proliferate. Okay? Because of the stress. Okay. So, how our NK cells program cell death. Okay. Kapag ang ating sundalo ay healthy, don't you know, ito yung sinasabi ko, the natural killer cells is program. Ipoprogram nila yung mga bad cells. Ang tawag doon ay cell death. Or tinatawag nila yan na cell death ang tawag doon. Ito yung process. Cell injury, i-attack nila yan and then magsisell suicide. Ganyan magtrabaho yung ating NK cells. Kapag may bad cell, kapag normal yung ating NK cells, okay, sa ating thymus, no? Ating thymus gland, the NK cells, the natural killer cells from the lymphocyte. Pag normal, aatakihin nila yan. leading to the cell injury. Kapag na-injured na dahil inatake ng ating natural killer cells from the lymphocytes, ating white blood cells, magkakaroon ng necrosis. Okay? Or magpo-program sila into cell suicide. See? Yung tinatawag na apoptosis, cell suicide. Kung tutuusin, kayang-kaya talaga umatake ng ating natural killer cells found in our blood, the white blood cells, lymphocytes. Kaya lang, yun nga, nanghihina sila. Alright? So, hindi ko na to babanggitin. Masyado na po ito. Ito yung tinatawag na ways of inducing immunity. So, kaya ang ginagawa natin, tapos na tayo sa innate and adaptive. And other way to self-healing is through vaccination. Okay, yung vaccination, saan yan i-introduce? I-keep yan ni memory cells. Okay, si memory cells ang magkikip niyan, okay? Para next time na ma-expose ka, hindi ka na agad-agad maapektuhan nung bacteria na yun or virus na yun. Why? Meron na sa kanya, nakakip na kay memory cells. So the term vaccination is derived from the Latin word vaccinus, meaning from cows. Okay? Edward Jenner is an English physician, noticed that dairy maids, ayan na, dairy maids who frequently contracted cowpox were immune to smallpox. Okay? And then, he extremely infected a young boy with cowpox, and the boy eventually became immune to smallpox. The aim of vaccination are to introduce memory in T cells and B lymphocytes, bone lymphocytes, through the injection of a non-virulent antigen preparations. That's why nagkaroon tayo ng vaccinations at doon yan ilalagay sa memory cells ng ating katawan. So immunity can be transferred from immunized individual to unimmunized individual. Okay? So immunity conferred on an individual can either be a form of active acquired immunity or passive acquired immunity. So yan yung galing sa ating nanay, yung immune system. Okay? And then yung galing sa dito sa ating vaccinations. So naturally acquired, an individual is exposed to a pathogen by natural means. Pag sinabing natural acquired, an individual immune system takes part in producing antibodies. When individual exposed to an infectious microbes and develops clinical disease. Okay? So, di ko na to anuin. Kasi, ano na to? Yung ito na yung sa vaccine at saka yung acquired galing sa ating mother. Okay. Artificial. So, immunizing agents, vaccines, yung IgGE, IgA, okay, immunoglobulins, ang tawag doon. Then, anti-sera or antitoxins. So, those are the acquired acquired passive immunity, no? Galing sa injection, galing sa other substance. Okay, from vaccines, ito yung ina-introduce sa ating katawan. In order, that is only for, para hindi ka na atakihin sa second time na ma-expose ka sa different microorganisms or pathogens. Alright, so tayo ay tapos na.